There was a time when the only thing that I thought that I feared was the concept of failing. Now failure is a construct I don't even consider. I think if I wasn't as obsessed with the specifics, this whole process would be a lot less fun. If I wasn't pursuing as lofty of a goal of achieving a iconic aesthetic physique, I think I would just, I don't know. It wouldn't feel like it was worth it to me, any of this. It just wouldn't feel like a good expenditure of my time. Let's just jump into it. Today, how do I even want to begin this? Today is Saturday evening. I am just getting back from my vacation over on the East Coast, spending time with my family, my parents, friends from back home, etc. Stepped on the scale in my home, in my room, and I am a total of 10 pounds more than the beginning of this past Sunday. So from Sunday to now, I have gained a total of 10 pounds. How did it start? It started with a cheat meal, which I had been really excited about. Prior to the cheat meal on Sunday, this past Sunday, I weighed in at 184.5-ish pounds. Had the cheat meal, gained only 3 pounds from the cheat meal, flew over to the East Coast, and I was implementing the strategy of time-restricted feeding, time-restricted eating, whatever you want to call it, eating in very small windows. And as a result of that strategy, I was able to not gain any additional weight beyond the 3 pounds that I had gained from the cheat meal this past Sunday. The thing is, and again, this probably requires further exploration, further analysis into the way that my mind works. There is a self-sabotaging aspect of my behavior that I don't have a full understanding of, a full grip of. So as I'm nearing the final 2 days of my trip on the East Coast, I have the full awareness that I have a photo shoot coming up from today. I believe it's 6 days from today, counting today. And I have this in mind as I'm preparing to come back to LA and get back into a regular routine. And because I'm thinking of this, I have this desire, I have the knowledge that, okay, I haven't gained any weight this week. I want to change that. I want to do some level of damage that I have to recover from, as opposed to tapping myself on the back and saying, hey man, good job. You didn't gain any weight this week. You were on vacation and you were able to maneuver yourself in a way where you didn't overeat to the point where you are having to compensate in some drastic way. And I wasn't satisfied with that. So instead, let's not even get into the day prior to yesterday, because even that was still relatively constrained. I was staying within the time restricted eating windows and things of that nature. But yesterday was my final day on the East Coast, and all bets were off completely. Started eating at 1 o'clock p.m. and did not stop eating until 12 o'clock a.m. Maybe 11:59 p.m. So 1 o'clock p.m. to 11:59 p.m. just pretty much consistent eating. And it started with breakfast, omelet, French toast, waffles, pancakes, key lime pie, French fries. Continue on to several soft pretzels, Reese's, 4 slices of pizza, more pretzels, cookies, chicken corn chowder, buffalo mac and cheese, matcha milkshake, a bunch of cookies, more Reese's, and I might be leaving some stuff out. And this is the result of yesterday's eating habits. A full day of eating essentially nothing but carbs. I gained 10 pounds this week, weighing in at 194.4. 10 pounds away from how I was looking a week ago. I feel a lot of things about this. I feel, for one, I don't look that bad. And if it wasn't for this specific concept, this vision that I have in my mind as to what I could look like at my most peak form, none of this would matter. None of it. If I didn't have this obsession, I could wipe my hands of last week and just keep it moving. Go back into a regular routine and not think twice about what I did. But instead, I want to create some sort of balance that feels required. I want there to be like a give and take, an exchange for the poor eating that I exhibited yesterday. I have been fasting all of today. Do I intend on fasting into tomorrow? Absolutely. When will I break my fast? Tomorrow evening? The following morning? Why? There's this desire for extremes, this feeling of wanting to exist in black or white, feast or famine. I don't feel as stimulated by towing the line every day, being safe, sticking with the tried and true method, being disciplined and strict. Although I know that it works, it doesn't make me feel like I'm risking anything. It feels too formulated, too scientific, too laid out in front of me. Instead, I like to risk it. I like to eat 6 or 7, I don't even know how many calories I consumed yesterday. I want to spend it all on carbs. I want to see how my face changes and how like my abs don't look as defined as a week ago. And then I want to do something about it. I want to have to work to undo it. I want to fast. I want to feel how my body feels when I'm fasting. The contrast between having a distended and a bloated stomach and just being so full that you couldn't imagine putting something else in your mouth, and then going 36, 48, 60 hours without food in your stomach. There's something about that contrast that's appealing to me. I don't know how all this started. When I think back, before I even became aware of caloric deficits and how nutrition can actually affect your body in positive and negative ways, I was just eating food because I liked it. Then I became educated. And all of a sudden everything changed, and it's not just eating without conscious thought. Now it's all tactical. And if it's not destructive, then it's boring. And if it's boring, then that's regular life. And I think at this point, when it comes to overeating on days like yesterday, it's a departure from the norm that is what I'm chasing. And then, to further it, fasting for a day or two is also a departure from the norm. I am feeling different as a result of fasting. My body is doing different things internally just because I am withholding myself from eating. Perhaps I'm a stimulation junkie. That could be the case. Having an excessive amount of food in my stomach, stimulation. Having zero food in my stomach, stimulation. And then finding that balance where, again, it always goes back to moderation. If you are spending most of your days, most of your weeks, eating the healthy shit, sticking with your macros, sticking with your caloric deficit, then that's also a form of stimulation that you get to depart from every once in a while. And you don't suffer any negative drawbacks because you're only doing it, that departure, once in a blue moon, once every 2 weeks, once a week. And I guess that's my point, that if I wasn't chasing 5%, last week means nothing. What I did, how I gained 10 pounds, that will probably drop within the next couple of days because it's mainly water weight. It doesn't mean anything unless you have some supreme goal that you have to experience, which I do. But I know that it's not real. I know that it's strictly existing in my mind, and I have no concept of failing. It does feel like a moving goalpost, though, and this is something I've talked about before. When does it end, Maybe it doesn't end. There is such a thing that humans can't achieve perfection, and the only thing that we can do is make the effort, try, attempt to hit that mark of perfection that exists in our minds. And perhaps that's what I'm doing. Perhaps that's where the self-sabotaging comes from, because I know deep down that no matter how hard I try, I cannot create a perfect physique. But between me and you, I think that's bullshit. I think I can. I just happen to love destruction of the process. There's a battle. I want an antagonist for my protagonist. And what better antagonist than myself? I know it's weird. I know it is. Anyway, sticking on topic, I will be doing a mini cut leading up to my photo shoot in a couple of days. Today is Saturday. I have a photo shoot on Thursday. Honestly, I could go up with the photo shoot as I am today and not even feel guilty. I think I look pretty great. I think there could be more definition in the ab area, which is why I'll be fasting for today and moving into tomorrow. But beyond that, I feel ready. There's always more shred. There's always more cut. There's always more definition that I can achieve. To what end? To my end. To my end. So anyway, yeah. Mini cut will consist of 2-day fast at the most. And then from there, caloric deficit again, sticking with complex carbs, potatoes, sweet potatoes. Protein will be chicken, steak, maybe salmon, maybe. But we're going to keep it low, probably in the 1,500 calorie range. A lot of sauna time just to cut off all the water weight. No sodium, no sugar, because that will hold on to the water. And we want to avoid as much puffiness as possible. We want to create the look or the perception of lean muscle tissue. So the avoidance of sodium for this next week is going to be important. Hence why I will be spending a lot of time in the sauna to really cut down on the water weight. What else? The day prior to the shoot, I'm probably not going to drink any water because that will give me the opportunity to, again, reduce the layer of water between the skin and the muscles and just create that look of paper thin appearance. Plus it'll also look really veiny, so we'll be able to get some more vascularity as a result of cutting out water the final day of. What else? Gonna be doing a lot of low intensity cardio leading up to it, a lot of walking, a lot of bike, stationary bike. That's par for the course. But yeah, I guess I'm feeling a lot of things right now, just considering getting back into a regular routine and really understanding not fully the behaviors that I exhibited specifically yesterday, the amount of carbs and the consistent amount of eating that occurred from, like I said, 1 o'clock in the afternoon to basically midnight yesterday, knowing it's like, all right, this is it. This is your last day. Get it all in. Do as much damage as you can, Sean, because when this is over, you'll be fasting. You're going to be undoing this. It's like finding more work for myself is important. It's so strange. Maybe I need to see a therapist. But I'm supposed to be helping other people achieve their dreams and achieve their goals and their visions of what they could look like in this world. How can I help you? How can I help you if I'm not helping myself? In truth, I am. I am helping myself. It just looks so weird. Perhaps I've set the standard too high, but I don't think I have. This is a fun little process, isn't it? All right, well, you will be seeing how my body changes over the next couple of days. For anyone watching, I'll continue to keep you updated. I think it'll be fun to see what I come in at for this photo shoot. And I have a DEXA scan the day after on Friday. So we'll be getting my body fat percentage on that day just to see how far away I am from 5%. Because that goal ain't going nowhere. At least we're having fun.